This game is absolutely crazy, but will the timer let us finish? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling versus Mamba from the Discord server in the OU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There's a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed, so just double check you subscribe because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. It's a bit bizarre. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump to the team preview. Looks like we've got a weather war on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Mamba has brought a Lilligant, Hisui, a Walking Wake, Umbreon, Magnezone, Torkoal, and a Corviknight. Pretty cool looking team, actually. I really like the team. We've got, obviously, these guys. I think I'm going to lead off with Pelipper. No. I think we lead off... why have I got Slowbro again? Oh, yeah, it was for Urshifu Rapid Strike, but that's been banned now. I think they lead off with Torkoal, so I'm going to lead off with my Electrode. They don't have a ground type, so we can just freely go for a Volt Switch into whatever we want to. So I'm going to do that. And the battle begins, so Mamba's going to lead off with Pixel T, which is going to be the Magnezone. As we lead off with Roundon, the Electrode, nice and Hisui, you got to love it. So what we can do right off the bat is we can go for a Volt Switch straight away. Just get on out of there and go into something that's a bit more suitable to a Magnezone. So we'll go for the Volt Switch, break that Sturdy. If it's got Sturdy, it probably doesn't have Sturdy, but you know, it's whatever. And we're going to go into whatever we want to right now. So what I'm going to go into is I'm going to go into the Alola Muk because they're definitely going to go for either a Volt Switch or a Flash Cannon, expecting the Great Tusk to come in. They go for a Volt Switch anyway. Doesn't do too much damage to us because of our Assault Vest, which is great. Now they get a free switch into whatever they want though, and they can just go into Hisuian. No, Hisuian Lilligant wouldn't work out here. They actually don't have a lot to deal with Alola Muk, which is great. In comes Corviknight. So Corviknight is a direct 100% billion chance wall to Alola Muk. So that's a good switch from my opponent's behalf. What we've got to deal with that is we've got the Pelipper to get the rain up. We've got the Slowbro, of course, to get the Thunder Wave off on anything that we want to get the Thunder Wave off on. But they probably just bring in Magnezone against that thing. So in theory, we can probably go into our Electrode here, but they probably just go for a Brave Bird or a U-turn. U-turn being super effective against us. So I think we're going to Great Tusk here. I think Great Tusk is definitely the option. So we'll go Great Tusk real quick. And now this Great Tusk is actually built for taking on Landorus's. It's got the Ice Spinner and everything. So it's built for taking on Landorus. So they go for the Iron Defense, which is terrifying, quite frankly. Absolutely terrifying. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's go for a Stealth Rock first. I'm not afraid of this Corviknight by any means. So we go for a Stealth Rock. There we go. I feel like because they're Iron Defense, they're not going to have the Defog. I think they're going to be Rapid Spin Torkoal. They go for a Brave Bird. That's going to do good damage. Not quite enough damage to warrant anything in particular. So what we're going to do now is we'll go Pelipper. We'll go Pelipper, and then we'll hard switch out. So we'll go into Pelipper real quick. There we go. Pelipper's going to come through. Pelipper is physically defensive, so we can take any hit this Corviknight wants to throw at us, no problems. So let's go ahead and do that. This team is hard to work around. They haven't got any electric immunity, so if we can get Electrode in and get a Thunder off, that'd be great. They go for a U-turn. They're going to switch on out of there. Are they going to go into the Magnezone again? Magnezone would make sense. Magnezone would make sense, that's for sure. So let's see what they do here. Shelma the Sociable, which is going to be the Torkoal. That's going to get rid of the rain. It's going to get that nice and powerful Sun Up, which is unfortunate. Walking Wake's looking mighty terrifying right now. So let's go for a U-turn real quick. And we'll get on out of there. They're probably going to go for a Rapid Spin, to be fair. We go for a U-turn. There we go. U-turn's going to come through. They probably go for... They definitely going for a Fire move, that's for sure. They probably go for something along the lines of the Stealth Rocks or the Rapid Spin. So I'm going to go Electrode hard. I'm not scared of a Fire move right now. I don't think they would do that to a Pelipper. Really don't think they would do that to a Pelipper as they go for a Rapid Spin and get rid of the Stealth Rocks. So that's fair enough. We still outspeed them because we're an Electrode and we're fast AF. We can just go straight for a Volt Switch real quick and just get some damage off on something and get a bit of momentum on our side of the field as well. Volt Switch comes on through. We're going to go straight back into Pelipper. That did a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage right there. And we're just going to go straight back into Pelipper because there's no real reason not to, as they probably go for a Stealth Rock of their own right now because they haven't got another Stealth Rock sector. So we'll get rid of the Sun, we'll get the rain back up, and they go for a Lava Plume. So no Stealth Rocks, which is good. No burn. No burn, which is great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to U-turn on out of there because they do not want to lose their Torkoal right now. They do withdraw. And what are they going to go into, though, to take on this Pelipper? They're going to go into the Magnezone. Azuring, which is going to be the nice powerful Umbreon. So an Umbreon comes in. And we go straight for the U-turn. That's going to do some decent chip damage. Not really. That was pitiful chip damage. But whatever. Whatever. We can handle that. No problem. What we can do right now is we can go Gholdengo if we want to. We could go into our Great Tusk, go for the EQ, Stealth Rock and stuff like that. We could go into Muk, potentially. Gunshot / knockoff shenanigans. They probably have Snarl, right? And they probably have Wish. So if we can go into Great Tusk, I think Great Tusk is the better option. So let's go Great Tusk real quick. There we go. Great Tusk comes on in. And the reason I'm doing this is because their Torkoal is on Death's Door, and they don't want to bring it in on Stealth Rocks, that's for sure. They definitely want to bring it in on Stealth Rocks. So I want to get them Stealth Rocks up, and then that way we got rid of the Torkoal. I think the Torkoal had enough health to die from Stealth Rocks anyway. I could be wrong. Let's go for the Stealth Rocks and find out. They're going to withdraw. What are they going to go into, though, to take on this Great Tusk? Are they going to go into Walking Wake? Blue. That's going to be the Walking Wake, right? Yeah, the Walking Wake comes on in. We're going to go for a Stealth Rock real quick. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. And then all we need to do now is switch out into something to take on this Walking Wake. And I think the best thing we can switch in is going to be the... I don't know. Electrode works, but at the same time it doesn't. I think we go Slowbro because Slowbro is doing the least amount of work for us. If we can get a Thunder Wave off on this thing, that'd be ideal. Because here's the thing, we haven't seen booster energy from it, so we know it's probably Choice Spexed or Choice Scarfed. Probably Choice Specs. So we'll go Slowbro real quick. We'll be able to see by the Hydro Steam damage how much... that's not Choice Specs. That's nowhere near Choice Specs. That was rain boosted damage. So let's go ahead and go for a Surf. No, we'll go for a Future Sight. No, we'll go for a Surf. No, we'll go for a Future Sight. We'll go for a Future Sight. Expecting something, and they're going to go ahead and Terra. So they're going to Terra into what type though? Are they going to go Pure Water or Electric maybe? I've seen Terra Electric for Slowking. They go Terra Electric. So Terra Electric is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So that's the thing. That's the thing. So they're going to go for a Tera Blast as you expect. Tera Blast is going to do some whopping damage. It might even KO us, to be fair. It does KO us, unfortunately. As down goes Paul. So Paul the Slowbro goes down. Let's shout out to Hayden for that nickname. Right, what can we do here? So we've got a couple of options. We can go for the Leaf Storm with the Electrode. Electrode pretty much resists everything this thing wants to throw at us. Do we want to do that, or do we want to go into the Muk? I think Muk might be a good shout. So let's go Muk. Let's go Muk. And we'll just go straight for a Gunk Shot. I think Gunk Shot's probably the best option, really. We could go for a Knockoff. I think Knockoff's probably the best option to go for. Get some damage off, get rid of its item, whatever it's holding. They go for a Hydro Steam in the rain. It's going to do a lot of damage. It doesn't quite 2-hit KO us from where we're at. So we can go for a Knockoff real quick. Get some mad damage off. Get off that Assault Vest, which is interesting. We go for a Gunk Shot this next turn, and Gunk Shot should do a lot of damage. They go for a Tera Blast. Okay, so cool. We're going to be able to get a KO here if we can connect the Gunk Shot. So Tera Blast comes through. It doesn't do much damage to us, of course. We're able to go for a Gunk Shot. We hit the Gunk Shot, taking out the Walking Wake, which is one big threat out of the way, which is fantastic. So that's that out of the way. Now we just got to get rid of the Magnezone. We need to weaken the Umbreon. We need to do that. So that's the plan. In comes Corviknight. So Corviknight is fair enough. That's a good switch right there. It's going to get hurt by some Stealth Rocks, which is great. We're going to go straight for the Knockoff because we're on Death's Door at the moment. We may as well just get as much damage off as possible with Muk. That's pretty much all I can think to do with it. Iron Defense comes through. We're going to knock off his item though, so it's going to have no Rocky Helmet or whatever it's got. So we go for the Knockoff. There we go. Knockoff does a decent chunk of damage, to be fair. We knock off their Citrus Berry, which is good. Rain does stop, which is a great opportunity for us to get Muk out of here into Pelipper. Get that Rain back up. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Pelipper. Body Press is not going to do much damage to Pelipper because we're physically defensive. We can then go for a U-turn and get on out of there and go into something else like the Electrode. So let's see how this works out for us. They go for a Body Press. Minimal damage. Like I said, minimal damage. We can go straight for a Surf though. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I want to get some damage off on this Corviknight. I think we need to get out of the way. They go for a U-turn. So we could have gone for a U-turn there because U-turn would have been slower. I didn't think they were slower though. I didn't think they'd be slower because Corviknight's not exactly fast, but neither is Pelipper, to be fair. In comes Leilani, which is going to be the Hisuian Lilligant. So this has actually worked out decently because we're physically defensive. We can take any hit this thing wants to throw at us unless it's Tera Electric. Well, they've already Terra'd, so they can't Tera Electric. So I'm going to go straight for a Hurricane right now and get Pelipper a KO. They're going to withdraw. What are they going to go into? They're probably just stalling the rain turns out to this point. So they're going to go into Pixel T, which is going to be the Magnezone. They're definitely stalling out the rain turns, which is fair enough. That's exactly what you need to do. Get rid of the rain. We go for a Hurricane. That's going to do some decent chip damage to the Magnezone. Well, not really. We could have confused it, but we don't confuse it. Let's go into Muk. Muk is definitely our go-to here. There we go. Going to withdraw Pelipper because we want to keep it for the rain later on down the line, just in case the Torkoal does live on 1 HP or something daft like that. We're going to Magnezone. Magnezone can take no hits from this thing, but they go for a Tri-Attack. We might live that, actually. We don't live that. Okay, so Tri-Attack comes through. We don't live that. That's definitely choice specs. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what item this thing has. Definitely don't know what item this thing has. So let's go into our Gholdengo right now. So Gholdengo can't be trapped by Magnet Pull because of Good as Gold, which is great. A little hidden feature you probably didn't know about. We could go into our nice and powerful Great Tusk. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Great Tusk, frame this thing out with an Earthquake right now. Expecting the Corviknight to come in, we're going to go into our Electrode, and then we'll go ahead and go for a Thunder. They're going to withdraw as expected. Are they going to go into the Corviknight? That'd be nice if they do. They do indeed go into the Corviknight. They have no ground types on their team. We just go straight into our Hisuian Electrode, and we go straight for a Thunder right now and get a KO on something. So there we go. We made the right play. I love it when the plays align like that, or whatever you call it. I love it when we make the right play. That's what I'm trying to say. So Roundon comes in, and we're going to go straight for that Thunder. There's no real reason not to. They withdraw the Corviknight. What are they going to go into to take the Thunder? That's the real question. Are they going to go into the Torkoal? Shelma the Sociable? I don't think Torkoal takes the Stealth Rocks. It doesn't, which means the rain stays. The rain is here to stay, I'm afraid. Torkoal goes down. I thought Torkoal would live on like 1 HP, to be fair. So we go for the Thunder. It fails, obviously, because the Torkoal went down. Now they get a free switch into whatever they want. What can they actually bring in here, though? In comes Azuring, which is going to be the Umbreon. So Umbreon's going to get hit by some Stealth Rocks, which is great. I'm kind of curious to see how much damage this does. So I'm going to go straight for the Thunder right now. Just to see how much damage it does to the Umbreon, because I feel like it's a physically defensive Umbreon. So I'm going to go for that Thunder. Ooh, is that 2-hit KO? They go for a Wish. Okay, so Wish comes through. Wish comes through for them. Now, we need a way of getting rid of this Umbreon. That's for sure. We need a way of getting rid of this Umbreon. So Umbreon is not 2-hit KO by Thunder. We know that now. We could go Gholdengo and start saying nasty plots on its face. That's probably one way of getting around it. We could also go Great Tusk. Go for an Earthquake. I think Great Tusk is probably the best bet. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go into the Great Tusk real quick. And Corviknight's still around, right? Yes, it is still around. So we'll go into Great Tusk real quick. There we go. Nice and powerful. They do make the switch. What are they going to go into? Are they going to go Magnezone? Pixel T the Magnezone. I say Magnezone comes on in. So Magnezone comes on in. Magnezone's going to get hurt by Stealth Rocks. It's also going to get a nice and powerful Wish Recovery. So the rain does wear off. They're going to get a Wish Recovery. We don't outspeed, I don't believe. I don't think we outspeed. So what do we do here? We could go Gholdengo expecting a Flash Cannon or a Tri-Attack. I think we go Gholdengo. I think we go Gholdengo expecting a Flash Cannon. I think I'm thoroughly believing they're choice locked. Gonna withdraw the Great Tusk real quick. There we go. And we're gonna go into our Goldrush, the Gholdengo. Hopefully we made the right play here. They go ahead and go for the Tri-Attack. Even better because we're immune and we get to keep our Air Balloon, which is great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a Nasty Plot. And that's just nasty right there. Nasty Plot's nasty. They do withdraw, so they are locked in as I kind of expected them to be. They're going to go into the Corviknight, which is fair enough. Corviknight can come in all it wants. We get a nice and powerful Nasty Plot off, and we're going to be able to get a KO real quick. So Nasty Plot comes through. There we go. Nasty Plot comes through. And now we'll just go for a Shadow Ball real quick. So let's go for a Shadow Ball real quick like. There we go. We take out this Corviknight real quick. Shadow Ball comes through. Easily taking out the Corviknight because it's a +2 special attack. Gholdengo proving to be an absolute menace once again. So Corviknight goes down. Now we just got Magnezone, Umbreon, and Lilligant to deal with. In comes Azuring, which is the Umbreon. So Umbreon comes on in. Umbreon is not going to appreciate a Make It Rain from this thing. So they're probably baiting the Make It Rain to go into the nice and powerful Magnezone right now. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here, expecting the Magnezone switch. They actually stay in, which is impressive. And they're going to actually sponge the Shadow Ball like a champ. They go for a Sunny Day. Oh, wow. They go for a Sunny Day. That's interesting. So that's a pretty good play by them. So I could have gone for a Make It Rain there, but I didn't. I should have gone for a Make It Rain there, but again, I was expecting the Magnezone to come in, expecting to Make It Rain, you know? So I'm going to go for another Shadow Ball anyway. Take out the Umbreon. There we go. Shadow Ball comes through. And now, all we got to deal with is the Lilligant, which can't touch us, and the Magnezone, which can't really one-shot us. So I think we have this in the bag with Gholdengo, to be honest with you. In comes Leilani, which is going to be the Lilligant. Obviously, Lilligant does not get the coverage to attack us. They've already terrored. They can't Terra Fire. Let's go for a Shadow Ball. Obviously, it's not going to work because the game has ended because of the timer. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think I've won this game, or do you think my opponent would have won this game with the Lilligant and the Magnezone combination? So let me know what you think in the comments down below. GG Mamba, that was a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and all wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.